Damian Lewis with Prep Sports Nation here at Cherokee High School for some Friday Night Lights action on a Wednesday. That's right, the 29th annual Corky Kell Classic, kicking off the 2020 high school football season. Cherokee Warriors hosting the Carver Panthers. Tonight it would be Cherokee all throughout the game. In this one, 38-12, your final score. But it was just an exciting atmosphere for football to finally get going. Let's check out some of the highlights from tonight.
Early first quarter, no score. You can feel the energy in the stadium, and so does Keith Adams Jr. here, one of his early carries for 15 yards and a first down. And then on the same drive, it's going to be the Warriors settling for a field goal. Ball is up, through, and good. It's the first points of the 2020 season as Cherokee takes a 3-0 lead. Later on, it's going to be Carver's defense looking to come up with something big, and they do. Demetrius Hinton picking off A.J. Swan. Carver takes possession, but unable to capitalize. So, Warriors back on the offensive, and this time it's Swan to Brady Botcherer for a first down inside the 10-yard line, and then it's going to be Adams Jr. He's going to stretch it out to the far side. He's going to get into the end zone for the score. 10-0 lead for Cherokee. Adams, 173 on 17 carries and 2 touchdowns on the day for him. On to the second half, and this time it's the Warriors defense looking to come up with a big play, and they do. Keegan Baker with the interception, and then on the ensuing possession for Cherokee, it's Mr. Alonzo Upshaw stretching it out, untouched into the end zone. 38-12, your final score.
Well, it was tremendous, obviously. So much went into it. You know, we didn't even know we were hosting this game till about 10 days ago, and just to be a part of something as prestigious as the Corky Kell and having Dr. Hines here and the GHSA, and you know, it's been probably the most challenging off season for our coaches and kids and myself, just planning and stuff, and we were just excited to come out and have the opportunity to play. So, and to be the first game finished, and we're the only team 1-0 right now. So it was awesome. Well, at halftime, it was just really we wanted to focus on our own execution. We weren't very efficient up front, and in the second half, our offensive line and then obviously Keith Adams Jr. took over in the second half, and you know, that was a big difference. You know, our offensive line has grown so much and really improved. Coach O'Buck really has those guys going, and they played up to their ability in the second half and not so much in the first. You know, there's no spring game. There was not much of a summer. We didn't have a scrimmage, so I think we played in the first half just like, I mean, like you would expect for a team that hadn't played kids that hadn't played in a competitive atmosphere since last November. So we knocked the rust off, and a tribute to Coach Miles and Carver, man. You know, he had them ready to play in the first half. They gave us some fits defensively. They're really good defensively, and so it took some adjustments. I think we just kind of wore them down a little bit.
All right, once again, that final score, 38-12, Cherokee picking up the win over Carver. Cherokee, the first official winner of the 2020 high school football season. We'll be keeping you up to date on other Corky Kell Classic games throughout the next 3 days here, but what a night as high school football in Georgia finally underway for the 2020 season. From Cherokee High School, I'm Damian Lewis with Prep Sports Nation.